Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's June 11th, Monday morning, and we've got a little bit of a rally going right now in the grains in general anyway. July corn is up 3, Deese is down slightly, beans are higher, wheat's higher here this morning, and a couple factors are causing this. One, certainly the weather, the forecast put a little more rain in the forecast here for the later this week and early next week, and cooled that high ridge down somewhat, but we still are going to be dry in some places, and the rain that we are expected to get over the next 48 hours is going to be on the light side in some areas. Some areas will get some well-needed rain. So a mixed bag there, and that's putting a little bit of pressure on the December corn contract. We've got a bunch of USDA reports coming out here in the next 48 hours, actually 24 hours. With this afternoon, we've got crop conditions, trades expecting the conditions there to be 2 to 3% lower in corn and soybeans. We've also got the USDA supply demand report out, the monthly report, tomorrow morning, and that will be a first in that it will be coming out during the trading hours. So trade's going to be watching that very closely, and how does the trade react will be monitored by regulators as well. We've got another factor that's giving us some tailwind here this morning, and that is the macroeconomic situation around the world. Spain, as you know, has been in a financial crunch with their banks, and over the weekend they went to the EU, asked for money. The EU said, sure, we'll give you $100 billion in euros, and that cooled the scare of financial collapse there, causing the dollar to be sharply lower here this morning, giving some support to outside commodities. Also, we've seen a huge setback already in the crude oil, for instance, and gold market has backed off quite a bit. So some adjusting taking place there. We also had economic data coming out of China over the weekend. That data was actually better than what the trade was expecting. However, the concern is, after the trade had time to digest it for a while, it seems like they're still looking at these situations as only band-aids of the problem, and we still have got a huge concern in the financial stability of EU. And even though we get a day here of stronger markets off of this news, we think that it's something that's going to have to be monitored closely here for the next several weeks to months. The spreads, again, adjusting somewhat in the corn, where July corn is stronger than the Deese. Expect to see some of that. Cash markets are still very strong. Producers have basically closed the bin doors until they see a rain, until they can see that they've got a crop made for this coming year. So that spread is going to be extremely volatile as we move forward here over the next several weeks. The livestock trade cutout values there on beef were lower. We had choice down 48, select down 106. Pork cutout values were higher, however, 94 cents higher. So we're seeing some weakness in the product in the beef. We should see some good fill-in buying here early this week, as we had a good weekend in most metropolitan areas for cookout, and the demand for higher quality cuts. Hopefully that continues to support this cattle market. We're going into a seasonal time right now where we could see some weaker prices in the beef as demand wanes after the 4th of July buying spree occurs. So things to monitor there as well. Pork cutout stronger, as I said. Cash markets, the cash market index is still at quite a difference from the June futures. The June futures go off the board on the 14th, and we'll have to monitor that closely as well as we get closer into that time frame. So reasons to stay in touch with Allendale's research. Also remind everybody that on the 26th of June we've got a webinar, another Ag Leaders webinar. You can go to our website and get signed up for that. It should be a good one. We've got Drew Lerner will be there answering questions about the weather and how it affects grain production this year. So if you got any questions, don't hesitate to call 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning.